Welcome to Bogside Chats, where we're talking everything DFK and keeping it casual. My name is Matty Pesk. As always, I am joined tonight by Franz. Bud, how we doing?
Doing great. Welcome everybody to the Death Day after party. We got beers in the fridge. Just take off your shoes when you come in. Thanks. Really appreciate that.
So I like that. I know you told me you were going to do that, but it was funnier than you did.
Yeah. No laugh, no little.
No, anyway. It's good. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff tonight. I want to start here at the top with kind of, I don't know, maybe you could call me a bleeding heart. I kind of want to start with the message here at the top. The reason we do Bogside Chats, and the reason, I mean, there's several reasons, but the main reason is I like having fun with my friends and talking about video games. I think it is fun to get together and talk about this stuff and strategize and come up with game strategies. You know, I love everybody in the ADFK. You know, we mess around with Mythic Squad a lot, but like I love those guys and I love talking about this stuff and having fun. If I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be doing this. And the fact that we do this week in and week out and there's still stuff to talk about and I'm still having fun, like that is why I'm here. That is why I'm doing this. And I hope most of the other people in the community like also agree with me that like this is a fun game that we get to play and it utilizes Web3 like technology that I think is very, very cool. For me, this game is not dead. It is very much alive, and I want to sit here and talk about it and hang out with my friends, which is everybody in the chat right now, everybody on the Discord, and talk about this game and talk about games in general and just hang out and have fun. That is why I do this, and that's why I'm going to keep doing this. And I don't know. No one's going to convince me that, like, unless I'm not having fun, then I'm going to stop. But otherwise, I'm going to keep doing this because I'm having fun. So I want to get that out right at the top. And the game is not dead. I think that is a ridiculous statement. And yeah, I know I'm a bleeding heart. I'm a little, you know, I get emotional about it, but like, this is so much fun. I love hanging out with everybody here. We've met so many fun community members and stuff like that. So I wanted to start that off with that. And that positivity kind of starting it off, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Seconded on all that.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. We're going to get into a little bit later, but I think there are two kind of types of players, investors and gamers. And I think that there are different things that excite each of those groups. And, you know, like I said, we're going to get into it later, but that was beautiful.
I rambled a little bit, but yeah,
that was great. That was great.
If I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be doing this now. So, all right. So tonight, as we've mentioned,
yeah. Can we get to the fun stuff now?
Thank you. Yeah, I got cut last week. All right. Tonight we're going to respond to a lot of stuff that was said last night by Christian Peter and Brown Gent on his stream. I've been on streams with these guys before. I've talked to them before. I have no ill will towards them whatsoever. I'm sad they lost money. I'm sad when anybody loses money. Like, that sucks. Like, I get it. The reason I want to respond to, though, and I think Franz will back me up on this, is that they kind of took a lot of shots at the community, at the team, and talked a lot of kind of negativity. And I don't want to say outright lies, but like the way they framed some of the things, I really didn't appreciate it. And I want to kind of push back on some of the things that they said. Again, I have no ill will towards them. I hope that they're doing well. Generally, I'm serious. Like you know, whatever. It sucks losing money. I get it. Like, I get you're frustrated, but some of the stuff they were talking about just really irked me. And I think we have to address it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it either wasn't true or was phrased in a way to be presented to be either a bigger deal than it was, or to be presented as breaking news when it's something that's been addressed by the team many times. So, you know, we're not going to spend the whole episode talking about this stuff. We're going to hit some things at the top, and then we're going to roll into, like Matty was saying, into having fun and playing some DFK. So, yeah,
there was a bunch of stuff in the AMA last week that was super fun. You know, they got Workhorse on. I haven't seen him in the AMA in forever. So, like, there's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about. Oh, fuck. I didn't even put it in the agenda. The class, like the Codex that he hinted at. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
We can talk about that a little later. But yeah, they hinted at one of the advanced codexes, codices. So yeah, there's like tons of fun stuff to talk about, and we're going to do that. But we have to address some of the stuff up top here. All right.
Should I just roll into it?
Yeah, let's roll into it.
Let's just
okay. Let's roll into this one because this one is quick and easy. We can talk about this. The team selling Jewel. Okay, this was something that they presented as basically, look at them messing with the community or dumping on us or like trying to screw with us. Like, this has kind of been disproven already, but I know you know more about it than I do. But like, basically, they don't have salaries; they just have Jewel. So like
they have well, hold on, they have salaries, but it's about the way those salaries are paid and the way that server costs are paid,
though, isn't it?
And the way that right, exactly, it's paid from selling Jewel. I'm sorry I cut you off there, but I did have this conversation with Arland on Twitter a little while back, because Bolin had answered his question a few different times in a few different ways, and he either didn't seem to be getting it or didn't seem to care for the answer and just wanted to keep saying it. And I know Arland has turned a new leaf recently, but essentially the way I presented it to Arland was, hey, there are two options here, right? The team sells Jewel so that they can pay for server costs, so they can pay dev salaries, so that they can keep this project running, or they don't sell Jewel and the project inherently dies because they can't keep it going. Do you think that the team is happy that they have to be selling Jewel at 12 cents? I mean, I hope Bolin won't, be mad at me for saying this, but I talked to him about it at that time, and he goes, no, we don't want to be selling Jewel at 12 cents.
Yeah.
Like, why would we? We all know this project could be so much more, but that's the position they're in, and they've had to be in survival mode for a long time now, and that is just what survival mode looks like. So, and one last point, Arland even came out and basically said that stream last night was bullshit. So he was their big headliner,
right?
And clearly KP didn't talk to him about it before time,
no,
and just used him as a prop, and he didn't agree with it. So there's that.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, I think they have to. It's not like they're purposely trying to do something with malicious intent. Like this is for them to continue to operate. And yes, it's not ideal, obviously, but like this is what they're doing, and this is how they're doing it, and that's just how it is. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be part of it. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand that. I don't know. I think yes, no, exactly. Yeah, great point, SI. But like the Harmony like screwed them, and I think they have to make certain moves to survive. So I don't know. I think that was like the number one thing they started talking about at the very beginning, and I think that's been kind of dismissed. So let's move on to the next one.
Next,
next one was influencer getting Gen Zero. This was how do you pronounce this? What was it? Taiki
Maeda.
Taiki Maeda,
I love, by the way. He's great.
Yeah, he's got like a ton of followers. Like he's been doing this for a while. He got a Gen Zero from Flu when Flu was still part of the team. Yes, at that time, Gen Zeros happened to have a USD value that was like insane, like 14,000. I see no problem with this whatsoever. Like the fact that they're suggesting this is some sort of like shill plot. It's a company promoting their product by giving it to people who talk about products. Like that's just
getting it into the hands of the people who have eyes on them. It's what every NFT community does. It's smart business in the industry we're in. If you want to say that industry is flawed in that way, sure, that's a bigger conversation. But that's not how it was phrased. It was phrased as if the team was doing something nefarious,
right?
And that's just not the case.
No. And to that end, like if we want to kind of play that out further, they had I remember they had a program way back in the day where like you got paid to talk about it, an influencer program. I forget how it was phrased or whatever, but like like Illuvium does that. Multiple projects do that where like if you're out there, streaming it, they'll give you a little airdrop or whatever or what have you, And I don't think there's nothing illegal about that, certainly, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It doesn't make the project bad if they're trying to get the word out, trying to like get their NFTs in front of people's eyes. Like I really have no problem with this, and maybe if there was a more something more nefarious that he's not sharing, that's some sort of payback or kickbacks or something like that. Even then, it's still probably fine. But like, this just had no legs to me whatsoever, and I don't really like the idea that they're trying to say the team is bad because of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, and if we want to call out a little hypocrisy right off the bat here, I've listened to a bunch of KP streams where he talks about Blow, and one thing that he kept mentioning that sounded a little desperate and sounded a lot like this was he kept saying, we just need George to tweet about it. We need to get the price of Blow a little bit higher so that George tweets about it. You're trying to do the same thing,
right? And
essentially what you're saying in terms of a meme coin that has no intrinsic value is we want his community to come in so that we could dump on them. That's essentially what's being said, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just, it seemed a little bit like the pot calling the kettle black to me.
Sure.
And I just don't think there's much of a big deal with that.
No, not at all. SI killing it here in the chat. I love this. Like, yeah. This is just how the world works. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think there's anything nefarious going on. This is going to be a common thread in everything we're talking about here. I think, and we'll talk about this a little bit later about the whole, is the community a cult kind of thing. I don't think the team makes mistakes. And we at Bogside criticize them and talk about it all the time. And they would admit it too. I'm sure Bolon and Dreamer and Fox would all admit, like, yeah, we took a lot of missteps and like screwed up along the way. But like, they do not have any ill will towards the community. They want to just create a game. And maybe there's been speed bumps along the way. Sure. But like, that's their ultimate goal, is to create a game, an MMO RPG that utilizes Web3 technology. That's what they want to do. And like, yeah, maybe they're not the best at it. They're screwed up, but like, they're not like this evil, back room, smoking cigars being like, oh, we're going to fuck with them this time. We're going to really get them here. That's not what's happening. Like the suggestions that they make, like that's how they frame it. Like
next one. We got
that's it. We're not going to talk more. All right, whatever. The way they,
what more do you want to say?
I don't know. They depicted them like they're these evil master geniuses.
Yeah, throughout the whole stream they did.
They're so off on that. Like, it's insane to me.
Next point.
Okay. Well, this one I didn't even want to include this one. I really didn't even want to talk about this. There's several things we're not going to talk about on it because I just think they're so stupid. But the idea that he didn't get to see the books, quote unquote, like the finances, like it blows my mind. Like, why he thought he should be able to see that, or why that's important. Even I don't understand. What do you got?
So Bolon replied to this in the second part here. So just to take a line from this,
can you zoom a little bit?
No, I can't. I'm just going to read it.
Okay.
Beyond that, I would just say that a volunteer to help a few hours a week on Twitter is probably not the best person to be talking about or listening to in regards to our finances. And that right there, if you really forget who KP is for a second, just look at it in business terms. He was hired to help a few hours a week on Twitter.
Right.
Does he think he's John Taffer and he's going to walk in? They're going to bust open the books for him. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The self-importance in that claim is mind-boggling to me.
I think,
go ahead.
And this goes back to a common theme that is going to be talked about here tonight a lot, is gamers versus investors. I think the two of us, I can speak, I don't know, maybe I can't speak for you when I say this, but like the way I approach this is I'm playing a game. I like this game. I think there's a lot of fun aspects to it. I also, personally, I'm a hobbyist in terms of like, I have some crypto. I know about Web3 a little bit. So the fact that they're incorporating that into this game, that's like two of my hobbies matching. That's why I love this so much. But like, I don't need to know their finances. I just need them to make a good game. Now, if they don't make a good game, I'll be mad. But like their finances, like, why does that even matter right now? I don't care. I don't care what like Bethesda or Ubisoft or all these like game companies.
All right. So I'm going to stop you right there because I do think the team's treasury is important. I think that it's something that they used to touch on a little bit more during the AMA, and they haven't in a while. I think they're in a different spot now because we know that there's money coming in, assuming that they can fulfill, what they need to fulfill for Metis. I do think it's an important topic, but the way that it's kind of phrased, like I don't want to sit up here and just say like, I don't care about their money. Do whatever they want.
I mean, I want it to be good. I want it to be on the level, and they're making money, I hope, and operating. But like, I don't need to know those details. Like, as long as they produce the product I want, which is the game, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe but whatever. Like, I'm a gamer. I want to play a fun game, produce a fun game. Like, that's what I'll get mad at them for, which I've said to them. I'm like, why are there so many delays and stuff like that? Like, this other stuff to me is just totally unrelated and like really just trying to, I don't know.
For me, it's the self-importance. It's the self-importance. Yeah. It's that he was upset and thinks so highly of himself that being a volunteer to the team for the amount of time that he was, that he should have been shown that and should have been consulted on top level decisions. And like, I'm sorry that wasn't the case, and that must have hurt his ego, but that's just not a realistic standpoint or a viewpoint to have. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. All right, so this next topic is maybe a bigger topic, and we've discussed this as amongst the three of us a lot, but like the idea that this community is a cult. I kind of changed up. I'm changing up the topic order list. I know you might have different notes, but the idea that the community is a cult, I think that is such a disingenuous statement from the two of them, because to them, if you stay in this game at all, you're in a cult. Like, the only way to not be a cult is to sell everything and not participate. Like, we criticize the team. We tell them when we're upset with stuff or like don't like things. I still think it's fun, and I'm still gonna. I still have all my assets. I still have my heroes, my everything. And like, anytime I sell something, I usually then it goes to another hero or another equipment or whatever. Like, I like this game. I like playing this game, but like, yeah, I have complaints about the team. Like, I don't understand this idea that like, just because you are participating, you're in a cult. Like, we criticize them multiple times. People criticize them. They have a weekly AMA where they get shit all the time. Like, ask Bolon what his job is, and it's people complaining to him. Like, he would be the first one to say it's not a cult. I really hate that. I'm sick of it, and I really can't fight it, because the only way to prove I'm not in a cult is if I sell everything and not participate anymore. Like, it's just so unfair of a criticism, because it leaves no room for discussion whatsoever. And I think it's just so disingenuous, and I hate it. Fuck.
Yeah,
sorry. That was
well, so I debated even going into this, and we talked about it. I'm not trying to be leading with personal attacks here, but I think the cult comment comes from Brown Gent, and he's said it a lot on Twitter, and it's something that he says whenever someone tends to disagree with him on Twitter. He said, if I talk bad about DFK, the cult comes after me, everyone attacks me. Right. And nobody is attacking you. They're disagreeing with you, and you're so condescending and pompous in the way that you reply to people that it makes them angry. Yes, that's something that happens. And if you're arguing with people and having this issue with people so often, like he is on Twitter, maybe it's time to look inward. That's all I want to say. I don't want to stay on that.
All right. Yeah. Yes, you're right. I said my piece on it too. Whatever. All right. This will be the final. We might have a couple other things, but
we haven't even gotten into Blow. So
I was going to say, we're going to finally talk about Blow. So first off, this is what I'll say. Blow was a meme coin. And this, I'm quoting you directly. I think you've said this on this podcast. You said it to me, but I'll say it right now. Blow was a meme coin. 99.
I have said that, yes.
I would say 999 out of 1,000 meme coins go to zero. And that is not a shocking statement. It's probably even more zeros. It's probably more nines and zeros than that. But the idea that like the team didn't support it, or and you could talk about more about like the whitelist blacklist thing. Like I found that kind of bizarre, or the Metis message that he showed that I thought was not. I don't know. It was kind of out of context, and I feel like whatever. But the idea that this meme token was something that the team was going to ever fully back is bonkers to me. That is an insane idea that the team was fully backing a meme coin. That would never happen.
That like, a team that's trying to be a serious gaming studio.
Right. Yes.
Oh, should I continue?
Well, yeah. I mean, I took the drink. Like I was kind of shooting to you. Yeah.
It's and so he talked about this Metis grant, right? And I get it that he was saying, okay, yeah, let's do this and let's get a little bit of money, because we were just talking about how they were in survival mode. Money's money, got it.
Right. Yeah.
But when you're dealing with something like a meme coin, that again, 99% of them go to zero unless you get the golden ticket of the Doge, the whiff, whatever else, right? Which do not come around often. The fact that a team that has been criticized for past events would give crypto Twitter an opportunity to say, another DFK rug. Look at this. A DFK coin sponsored by the team went down to zero. The fact that they would give that opportunity for a little grant is, to me, thinking very short term about what they're trying to build here. It's and I know, and shout out effects, like we were talking about in Guild Chat, the fact that they even had him on and like promoted on the AMA, and I know they were doing good by him. Turns out maybe they shouldn't have, but it's but like I wanted them having no association with that, because
well, never mind. I don't want.
It's very hard, and I don't want to say like, oh, I knew it went to zero. I'm not trying to like. I knew it was going to go to zero. It's just it's a very hard part of this ecosystem of crypto to be successful in, and it would be a very big risk for the team to put their name, put their stamp on it.
No, completely. And I think I don't. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. I was gonna reference several other meme coins that are in our community, but I don't want to do that.
About the whitelist thing. You want me to roll?
Right, go into that,
because I think that's an important point that was really severely misrepresented on their stream. KP was on there talking about they froze my assets, they froze my wallet.
Yeah,
no, they didn't. You by revoking the whitelist, he is no longer allowed to launch contracts onto the chain.
Correct. Yeah,
his assets are not frozen. He can no longer launch contracts. If you, Maddie, in a few weeks' time, when all this cools down, want to have a bigger conversation about the fact that DFA is a closed chain, I think that's valid criticism, and I think that's a conversation that I'd be willing to have. Maybe we get some smarter people on to help with that conversation.
Fair.
But that's very different than going out there, and there were comparisons made to Russia. There were they went off the rails very early with that. That's not what happened.
So I also kept something off the agenda too, because I think it was even more crazy, and that was like the AI arguments that he showed a screen on a printout from an AI prompt that's walking through this sort of scenario that is just not reality. It's what the AI thought of reality, which we all know AI is good, but like this wasn't reality. He was showing things that were non-reality. Like I know we should. I know. Sasha, I know this. I know blacklist is the wrong word.
Did we say blacklisted? Just
I might have just talked about the topic in general. So I apologize if I did. I know he wasn't blacklisted. I know that's not how it works, and I don't really know how it works. But yeah, we'll edit it in post. We'll edit it in post. Yeah.
No big deal.
But yeah, Mega. That's Mega made me comment. The Mega comment made me laugh.
I'm not putting that on screen.
Yeah, no. But anyway. Yeah, I think so. They just kind of stopped him from being able to basically make apps in the game, right? That's which is none of us can do that right now. Like that's not something that's specific to him. Like that's just the nature of it right now. So I think the idea that, again, it's being that same idea that there are these evil geniuses in a back room plotting against him or any of us. Like it's just insane. That's not the reality. That's a gross distortion of what's going on, and it's disingenuous. I mean, I don't know.
Fair point by Code Green. He was saying they potentially could do that to someone. And again, I think a conversation in the future about this being a closed chain and a centralized chain is a valid complaint, and is something that could and should be discussed. Maybe we'll have Code Green on to have that discussion.
Yeah, that sounds like he knows
that stuff a little bit more. And we haven't had him on since the Dragon's Crossing days, which they got a lot of shout outs last night too. So.
Yeah, but also, we're not going to talk about that because it's completely unrelated. Like it's an unrelated thing completely. I don't know why. Yeah. Right. And I mean, maybe we have Sasha on.
Yeah.
But all right. Other stuff about Blow that we wanted to hit? I got to go back to your notes for this because you took better notes than I did.
Just like Blow in general,
right? I mean, do we want to get into that? I like the launch, and then I don't know.
I felt pretty strongly that, and so first off, I know a lot of people listening and a lot of people in the community invested in Blow. You guys believed in someone who we all thought was trustworthy.
Yeah,
and it's and you supported a community member, and that's a good quality by the community.
Yes, yeah.
But I will say that it was for someone that came out with so many criticisms and last night and kind of like put himself up as holding the team accountable on so many things. There was an extreme lack of accountability taken for his own project, right? There was a lot of finger pointing about, before that project was launched. Mm-hmm. But, he was also saying things like, oh, it was ready to go in January. And I think Bolin said this in Discord, so shout out to him. It clearly wasn't ready to go because none of the contracts worked the right way when he actually deployed.
They had to come up with a whole second version of it.
The way that the contract address was initially generated close to 45 minutes before it was released to the community in a fair launch. And again, I don't know whether there were what. Yeah.
You're saying others had access 45 minutes early.
So the contract address was generated. There was a 45-minute gap-ish, 45-ish, between the generation of the contract address and it being released to the community in the fair launch. Okay. I don't know if the people that bought before that were insiders or if they just found the contract address and sniped it. But what it led to is a lot of people having the opportunity to dump on the DFK community, to dump on the people that support him. So there's strike one right off the bat, right? There were then also some things when he had to switch to Blow version 2 where there was some liquidity that
it's pretty
simple.
Don't
fully know where it went.
Version 1 liquidity had 4 Ethereum. Version 2 liquidity had 2 Ethereum. I know the numbers aren't exactly like that, but that's basically
those aren't the numbers, but
wasn't it like 4 point something?
It was around there. It was around there. If Bob's in chat, I think he might know it. But shout out Long's Eye because he was calling it out every step of the way. So again, whether any of that was nefarious, I don't know. And I'd like to believe, even after last night, I'd like to believe none of that was nefarious.
Right, exactly.
But to sit up there on your pedestal, trying to hold the DFK team accountable and making a lot of things seem a lot worse than they were, but not to take any accountability for his own launch and for his own coin. And now, I guess, abandoning that coin, I don't know. Right. We'll see what happens next with it.
Yeah.
That just rubbed me the wrong way in a big way. So
sure.
That's my piece on Blow. Oh, and also, all right. So this one is me taking a shot a little bit. So sorry, it's not fully altruistic here. The memeing ability. If you're gonna start a meme coin, I'm showing the princess video.
No, don't do this. We talked about this. I don't have sound.
You don't have sound?
I mean, maybe chat does, but
chat, do you have sound?
I don't want sound.
It's written on the screen.
I hate this so much. This is so cringe. This is
I hate it too.
Oh. Who told them this was a good idea? It's so cringe. It's so bad.
They don't have sound. So this is memeing. This is how you meme a fish coin, a bloater coin. I've seen shout out TuneFed, shout out Panga, shout out Crypto Meme, and a lot of others in DFK Discord. Teach this man how to meme. Because this is fuck is this? All right. That now I feel a little bit like an asshole. So we'll stop it there. Didn't have to go that far.
Because he did another one. He did another one
last night. The wizard at the end of the video.
So bad.
That's like, do you leave the stream and go like, nailed it?
Yeah.
Like fucking 8 with that one. Nice. Like, I don't know. What else do we have?
I mean, that's kind of it. I think that's. I mean, we could maybe talk more about, because there is a legitimate conversation to be had for Web3 in general about who's the target audience. Is the target audience gamers or is it investors? and maybe you can argue it's a hybrid version of both. Like, because for me, I want to play this game and I want to have fun. Because even putting apart the like making money aspect of it, like, well, never mind. Like I think, like, I don't care. I just think the idea that all the assets are can be owned by the players, that makes the gaming experience so much more exciting in my mind. Because think about like poker with your friends. Like if you're sitting around and you're playing for no money at all, you don't really give a shit. You're gonna bet whatever, because you're just playing for fun for chips or whatever. But if you even throw like $5 down and it's like just the slightest, even if it's whatever amount of money is, you immediately are going to pay more attention and like want to win more because there is real money on the line. And I think that changes the entire aspect of how you approach the world building and the MMO aspect of it. So like separate from even making money, I'm excited as a gamer for Web3 technology to be injected into an MMORPG. And so from my mind, I am squarely on the side of I am a gamer. I want to play a fun game that utilizes this Web3 aspects where the ore that I mine with my heroes actually has a value, and I have to actually, when I make the decision of what I do with it, like it actually matters. It's like, do I sell it at the market? Do I use it to make other items, to craft weapons, or to trade with my friends for something else? Like the fact that those decisions have the legitimacy of owning an asset. To me, I'm just excited about that idea from a gaming perspective. Mm-hmm. Secondary to all that is this idea that maybe I can make some money off it. That is awesome. That is great. But in my mind, I'm so excited to play that game that utilizes that technology. And so for me, I'm just focused on that. And yeah, I'm just focused on that. And yes, obviously it sucks losing money and I don't want people to lose money, but like playing this game right now, I've gotten a lot of enjoyment on it and I've only lost money. At this point, I have not made a profit on anything. So like I just in general, like their entire kind of like personas and this whole idea of that, like, this is not a project where you make money is so foreign to me. It's like speaking a different language. Like, because that is not how I approach this whatsoever. And honestly, like, I don't even want to hear it because I don't really care. Obviously, I want the game to be successful. I want the people who make the game to be successful. I wish that for them. But like for me, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm on that side that I am a gamer, and that's how I'm approaching this. I understand there are investors here in the community and like they care about it as an investment, but like I have no sympathy if you don't make money. I really don't. So, I'm sorry.
I think that yes, there are investors here, and no, they're not doing anything wrong. This isn't like, oh, fuck the investors, fuck the people that are trying to make money. It's just you're gonna be set up to be disappointed a little bit more. Sure. Right? We don't have a game yet. We have the beginnings of a game. I'm not trying to. But like PvP is coming, land is coming, crafting is coming. We're still in this building phase. So if you're investing at this point, it needs to be a long-term investment. And we see the investors capitulate one after another. Some of them do it quietly. Some of them not so much. It's a very weird dynamic where you don't see the people that are really, truly believe in the game kind of have that same reaction. And shout out to Just and shout out to SI. They had a stream last week, and Just said, he said, I look at the PvE that they built, and I don't see how like suddenly when I'm playing against my friend, it sucks. Like it's a good game. It's a challenging, thought-provoking puzzle. I don't see how like once it's one person versus another, it's just terrible, right? So I have reason to believe and reason to kind of see the finish line of what we're building towards here. And that excites me. I love RPGs. I love turn-based RPGs. And that's what I'm here for. If Jewel goes down to 5 cents tomorrow, will I be a little upset? Yeah. Will I put more money in because I can now dark summon a lot more shit? Yeah. I do think that Jewel needs to go up at some point because I think the price of things is how you attract more users. I think people look at the floor in the tavern and say, 20 cents for an NFT. That's not going to pull them in. Right. So there's something to be said there, but it's Yeah, here for the game. Let's go.
Here for the game. Shout out SI. All right. I think that concludes that section. I don't even know how I want to title that of tonight's ep.
It's been one real stream of consciousness, really.
I know. There was other stuff there, but I don't even think it's worth addressing, honestly. What was the one? Oh, never mind.
Is there anything like important that we should say because it was very off base?
No, I think we covered it. We covered the big ones.
There are more shots we could take. We're gonna be the bigger men. After taking shots for like a half hour here, we're now gonna be the bigger men.
I mean, I said my piece at the beginning, and I still, I have no ill will to these guys personally. I think they took shots at the community that I didn't find very fair in the team. That's why I wanted to address it. But all right, do we have a special guest?
No, he's not ready yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
You've ruined the surprise, guys.
It's not a surprise. Yeah,
Guy is joining us. He's gonna be here in a minute. So yeah, we wanted to roll into. Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, no, there he is. All right, good. There we go. Surprise special guest. Guy Kid is here. What's up, bud?
Oh, just doing hunts. What are you guys doing?
Nothing. We're just talking about stuff.
Not much. You didn't miss anything.
We're actually going to start talking about DFK now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What have you been talking about for the last?
Nothing. Yeah.
Last week, Maddie got emotional at the beginning. It was
kind of emotional. Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Last week at the AMA, Workhorse made an appearance, which I love to see. We don't get him in a lot of the AMAs, but he then dropped on Twitter a special sneak peek of a Codex that was for an advanced class. So it had Banish in it.
Hold on, I can get this up. We weren't prepared with this. But
I know. We didn't talk about this prior, but
that is
so the move.
Kind of forgot it happened. There's been a lot.
I know. Yeah. So it had spell, intelligence, and wisdom.
Hold on. I have it now.
But then there was a secondary thing that procced off of vitality that I thought was wild. So okay, and also it uses void power, which is another new thing.
6 initiative, I love it.
Yeah.
Workhorse. This game wasn't complicated enough. Thanks for adding a new wrinkle.
Yeah, there's a new word in void power. Wait, what is going on the right side of the screen?
That would be Workhorse's reply.
Oh, okay. Right. So empower the skill by consuming all charges of void power. We have no idea what that is. That was a little teaser that he gave us. That it could be anything. Amnesia X channel 666, which is just the memes. I mean, come on now.
So wait. So can I? A lot of people are saying. Are we doing? Can we do guesses here? Because
a
lot of people are saying Summoner. I think you said Summoner.
I said Summoner.
Shout out Code Green because I think he said it in one of the replies here. And the second I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's completely right." I shouldn't even bother.
What?
That. It's definitely the Dark Knight. Yeah.
666
initiative.
Yeah.
Banish.
Yeah.
And it's rocking off things like instant. Huh?
Why can't 666 be a summoner? What do you think? The summoner summoning good guys?
What an insane way to say that.
Say it. 666.
666 is what he said. Not 666 or 666, which is the number, but 666.
The second I see Banish, I guess it could be the summoner, sure.
Yeah,
but like I see Banish.
No, I think Paladin, because Paladin's like religious and he's like banishing.
Makes sense there.
I think it's Paladin.
Paladin's not channeling 666.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Dark Knight, Banish. I don't see a Paladin. Paladins are light magic. Banish is dark magic.
Oh, is this Maddie's pirate?
Yeah, this is pirate actually. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Someone said pirate.
Sarge was messing with me, says I think it's pirate. Yeah, I mean, Summoner was my initial thought, just because we're using wisdom and intelligence here, and it's spell. And it says deal spell is the initial. So, I mean, I initially thought Summoner, but now that I saw the Vitality, I honestly think Paladin, because this is a spell that procs off of Vitality. That is something a Paladin.
First off, the Priest has a move that goes off Vitality. Dark Knights are very high in Vitality. And Vitality could be anything.
I guess.
Are we sure it's not the chef?
It could be chef class. It always could be chef class. Yeah. Yeah, but Dark Knight with the 666 makes sense, and also the intel. Although Wisdom, Dark Knight's terrible at Wisdom.
Correct.
But
That's
also
fine.
Banish is kind of like on point with the Dark Knight if he can.
I'm walking back the hatred I was giving Summoner. It totally could be Summoner. I just think it's.
I saw this and I thought it was Dark Knight. You guys said Dark Knight and I saw it and I was like, yes. And then Chad said Summoner and I'm like, the more I look at it, the more I like Summoner.
Yeah. So also too interesting at the bottom, if this hero cast and they just filled in whatever in the last two, it's gain initiative and deal additional. Based on spell and intelligence, which again would lead closer to Summoner, I think, at the end there. But he said in the tweet that XYZ is just like another random spell that this class has. So
that it's just a combo move. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what they all have that, it seems like. So yeah, I mean Summoner.
Oh, by the way, I'll say this while we still have a lot of people here. I will be doing a few giveaways at the end, so hang around.
Oh, we're gonna do a giveaway?
You can go on.
Am I eligible? You've snubbed me twice now. It's insane.
All right, we lost the flow.
Hold on. We bringing up gripes and complaints that we have. And they also, Workhorse, said he was going to tease this, and also said that he's working in the background, and he just doesn't, he's not in a lot of the AMAs. But and I know I see him in the chat there too. So Workhorse, just know we appreciate you. I love you're still grinding and doing this stuff. So that was exciting.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah. The big thing I want to talk about is the subclass stuff. But before we get to that, before we get to that, I do want to talk about. There's been some recent developments, and Guy, I don't even think you know this, or maybe you do. One of the three of us here on this panel, has recently been making moves for equipment, and I want to talk about it. I know, because it's impressive. And I want to know your thought process. You're spending some serious jewel on Scally's eyes. I think you said you got a couple of the other ones too. But Franz made some moves for some Scally's eyes. What is your thought process there? Walk us through it. And
Yeah. So thought process. So I have bought 2 Scally's eyes recently. I have bought some of the other amulets. I bought a bunch of equipment. Let's just say it like that. But the Scallies are the ones that everyone notices because they're the rarest item. Just has referred to them as the holy grail of DFK equipment right now. Definitely agree. And the reasoning was my fucking warrior never hits, and I needed to hit, so I need something that improves accuracy. No, but
asked and answered.
But I did think it out, and I do have like an actual answer here. So the way that I was thinking about it, right? PvP's coming, and there are 2 kind of paths that can take. One, and to not to get bearish on us, one, the DFK doesn't gain traction when PvP comes out. There's no new players. It's not great. So you would think, oh, I made these big purchases. They're going to go to 0. I'm fucked. That would be stupid. The Metis grant money, right? There's already a section of it that's earmarked for PvP, for tournaments. Right. So if things don't go well, I'm going to be one of 20 people, say 20, maybe 30, that can compete for a title in a tournament, assuming I'm not totally ass at this game, which it's a big
remains to be seen.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be giving myself the best chance out of that group of 20 to 30 to win those prizes and to make some money that way. The other scenario, the one that I think is more likely, and that I pray to God is more likely, is that DFK does gain traction. And then I have one of the rarest items in the game. There are 74 of them right now. There are, I think, 120 total, but almost 50 of them haven't even been claimed yet.
Wallets are like kind of,
fair to say those people aren't coming back anytime
soon. Should I say those wallets are dead? Oh, too soon.
Like this game. No, but so the 2 scenarios that I see, each one of them having a Scally's eye is better than not having a Scally's eye. To the point of like some of these people don't even know they have them. The person that I DM'd for his Scally's eye was like, "What's that?"
No,
it was like,
"Are you serious?
Like, what do you mean?" Like I was like, "Oh, like check your equipment." Like I had to walk him through, and he's like, "When did I get that?" I was like, "Well, were you really early to the game? There was a summoning event where you could have gotten it raffled?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I think I got it with that." And when I said I'll give you $900 for it, he was like, "Yeah, cool."
Yeah, totally.
It was a very quick back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how do we find those people? I want to do. How'd you?
Well, so shout out Raph and Neindorf. They got me a list off the blockchain of
they
of
found.
The people that had them. I sent about 35.
The blockchain
DMs.
is in the computer, Maddie. It's
I mean,
the computer.
Basically, that's what I'm about to ask.
It's actually in the cloud.
You messaged them on Discord, though, right?
Yeah.
How did you connect the wallet to the Discord?
So they have. You can find the list I got had the names as well.
Oh,
and
shit.
Some of the names match the Discord names. Some you search in Discord.
Right.
Maybe I'm saying too much at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say like whatever. Anyways,
you asked, so I don't know.
Impressive, and honestly, your argument, I don't see any flaws in it because they're gonna do it. They're gonna produce the PvP, unless something catastrophic happens. But like Metis has put $3 million now into this. Like it's happening, So maybe it doesn't get any traction. Yeah, I guess you're gonna be one of. I think you're being even bold in saying 30. Because yes, there's people that have the equipment, but there's not the people that have the matching top heroes like you have too. So I mean,
heroes, the equipment, and the know-how is
exactly. I don't even think it's gonna be 30.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, there's no one in this community that can compete. Right. Like I don't know. I like to think we've all had enough practice now that we're thinking about the game critically, and we're about to go into some cool subclass stuff that I think might make people think about their different heroes a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Or at least I found it interesting. So, but yeah, I mean it's the know-how, which I think we all have an even start at least.
Right.
The heroes, some of us have some monsters, and the equipment. I don't want it, Sasha. Don't you have like a 98% win rate in boars or something? You stay away.
He's also
from it.
done more boars than like that exist. He's done more fights than exist. So
yeah, no, I don't.
Like, Morpheus, like one hand behind his back.
Yeah.
No, I don't want any of that. That's fine. I'll stick with playing Matty and his equipmentless heroes.
I'll just fucking cheat and put like a bad lineup in or whatever. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. This is exciting. Although I will say, and I think Wowie's in the chat. Wowie and I have talked about this at length, but I'm excited to talk about it with you guys. They talked a lot
on if you want.
Don't say that now. It's like, I feel like
We're about to pull up his super spec.
Are we gonna pull it out? It's good.
That's what I was gonna use for this.
So they talked about subclasses in the last AMA, and honestly too, shout out to I think he just signed off, but Workhorse posted a blog post many moons ago. I mean, almost possibly a year ago at this. No, it wasn't that long. But many moons ago, he posted a blog post explaining how subclasses work and how you don't. In the way that main classes work, you have to have the tier. You have to pick a move from the tier above it to then activate the next tier on that, and that's the main class. However, for subclasses, as long as that tier on your main class has been unlocked, you then can select the subclass tier in that same level. So what that means essentially is that while your main class, you have to have these ones. For subclass, you could just pick kind of random ones as long as you've already unlocked that same tier with your main class. So basically, I'm kind of being long-winded here at this point. Passive abilities. Passive abilities for your subclass are going to be incredibly valuable in my opinion. I think having an easy way, an easy passive add on a tier that you already had, so like level 2 or level 3 or even level 1. If there's a passive ability in your subclass, it's going to be very easy. Just quickly add that to your hero, and add that. And they sort of talked about this because somebody, I think the AMA question was around the lines of like, do we have to unlock the subclass at the same pace that we unlock the main class? And you don't. That's the whole point. And so if there's a tier 2 or a tier 3 passive subclass move, you can just add that to your hero as long as he already has the main class unlocked.
Yeah, and so where the question came from was someone said, like, hey, if I have a Berserker subclass, am I going to have a chance to go to Berserk? And Hubert's answer was like, no, actually, that comes from the first tier on the Berserker, these mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all... Is this not updated?
It might not be.
God damn it.
No.
Well,
no, it's not. Yeah, you're right.
It's definitely not. All right. Well, we're still going to use it.
Yeah,
we'll just know for the ones that are out. For the ones that aren't out, it's, you know. But yeah, it was. Yeah,
you
the
just
mushrooms are what you just wouldn't pick those.
You wouldn't select
have
those,
a chance to
so
go
now
Berserk.
Your Berserker chance is out, or unless you're crazy and you do want to select them.
Well, I think they're
want your whatever to go Berserk. You know
that. So I forget who we were talking to. This might have been a conversation with Just, but the idea of like Berserk on a warrior with rapid onslaught and cleave. You know, and the mushroom that that every time you deal damage, you get a boost.
We'll get to that very fast.
Yeah, I do rapid onslaught turn 1. I deal 8 if I hit them all, 8 forms of damage there.
Yeah.
And now I have Berserk and Cleave, so I'm hitting 2 different people. Like there are scenarios, is my point.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely, but yeah, sure. But also I really like this design, the way they've done this, because like the subclass now, you can just add those things and you don't really have to build. Basically, you don't have to build out your subclass tree. That's not important at all. It just is an easy, quick add. And so especially, I think Berserker specifically, Warrior also, but any class that has these passives that are kind of just universal good passives, that's going to make for an amazing subclass. Because it's going to be easy to add them. You don't have to get anything in the tree prior to that or before it. You can just add them very easily.
And you don't have to switch to use something if you're
you
using active.
Yes, that's a good.
You have to have that. And again, you don't have to switch. The switching to the subclass doesn't take a turn. The switching back does. They said it would be less initiative, but that's still it's action economy that you're using.
Exactly. Regardless of how it actually works out, like that will just take up more. Whereas the passive is just automatically it applies to your hero. You know, however that may work of like changing your weapon set to access your subclass moves, you know, remains to be seen about how that will work in battle actually. But for the passives, you don't have to worry about that at all unless they change something, which is actually, this was one of my AMA questions in my like onslaught of AMA questions that I asked, is that are you worried about passive subclasses being too overpowered? And Hubert's answer was kind of just like, you know, we understand that they'll be powerful, but like, we're not really worried about it. He didn't say it like that, but like basically,
the idea everyone gets one, you know.
Yeah, like this is just how the game works, you know.
I mean, except for Archer or something like that,
right? Well, but you get that capstone though. You get that capstone,
sure.
You know,
sure.
I mean, that's the whole point of that capstone is like, yeah, you miss out on these subclasses, but you get this super move, you know.
So what we wanted to do, because we just that setup took a very long time. So what we want to do is kind of go through very quickly. These are one sentence things, and just talk a little bit about what heroes we think this would be good on, what heroes we think it would be bad on. So, you know, for an archer, you have an archer subclass. You have one that has all attacks gain critical strike chance, proccing off decks. Good on pretty much everything. Maybe not on like a knight, something with low decks. But it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because it's just a little added.
Well, also side note too, we need to note this. They talked about this briefly when they were talking about traits. I'm assuming when it says all attacks that means basic attack and basic spell. Remember they mentioned that about how it's going to default to whatever is better. So I'm assuming that's how this is going to work. Obviously, that changes if this is just basic attacks.
Yeah, this isn't a Wowie show stream. You're getting too into the weeds. You know the answer there. You know it's going to be fine. You just want to kind of talk about that.
Anyways,
it's fine.
Yeah. Is Worm going live? Is Worm going live? We should ask him that.
It's 10:30. He goes live, and yes, he is.
All right,
we have another half hour.
I mean,
and yes, they are confirmed. It's going to take 2 hours. No, we're going to do it quick.
I mean, you got to cut me off then, because I'm gonna keep going.
Channeling, obviously, if you have a channeling hero, this channeling gains 20% evasion. If you have a channeling hero, great. If not,
be very
useless.
Specific builds.
And this is gaining Pierce. So
the Pierce one is incredible. Like for anybody.
Yeah, so gaining Pierce chance. So like essentially, my determination is like, hey, an archer, you have options. Yeah, this middle one with the channeling might not work for you.
Level 2. This is tier 2.
Tier 2.
Yeah, so you're going to have this unlocked. This is easily to unlock. Like the level 5s are annoying because it's going to take a while to get there. But like,
we're talking in terms of level 20 heroes.
All right, say it again.
Does Pierce equal bleed?
No.
Is it useful for a warrior to have Pierce?
I mean, yes, because it just cuts through any active damage resistance that they have.
Right.
It doesn't touch bleed at all, but like it helps everybody. It doesn't matter because everybody on the other side is going to have some damage reduction. Like especially frontline people. Knights and warriors are going to have decently high damage reduction. So Pierce on anybody is going to be excellent. But also going back to the channel thing, I do find that interesting for stuff where like channeling is not the first pick. Like the is it the warrior level 5 move where he channels for a little bit beforehand and then goes for the kill? Right, that's warrior, isn't it?
The final blow.
Yeah.
Did they add a channel to final blow? Did it always channel?
I thought it had a little channel, and like again, I don't think you would ever choose to build the hero this way, but adding a little bonus to the channel, I don't know, it might change your decision on like if you have an archer subclass, that will change your decision about how you build out your warrior. Maybe with the channel boost, maybe you'll think about using more moves that have channel.
Yeah, I know. Channel 300 initiative. I think that was added.
Yeah. So I don't know. Archers, all these are going to be amazing.
So yeah, Archer again. You have options, pretty decent on the sub. Knight is an interesting one because we have passives on number 1 that are good for anybody. X% effective HP, strength, and endurance. So you're boosting either your strength or HP or endurance.
Yeah.
Does not matter what class you have because this doesn't proc off of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Then you also have passives here. Now it gets a little bit more particular. We're talking about scaling off of endurance for these first 2. Yeah. But then for the king, we're just increasing strength. Yeah. We're increasing endurance. And then you get a third passive option.
Yeah.
Oh, only 2 here. Gain X% block, increase basic attack damage by X, or reduced range damage taken equal to X, scaling off endurance, and a combo scaling off endurance.
Yeah, but for the king is an iron ability, which is the awesome one of like strength and endurance.
What do you mean?
So
where's for the king?
Is
that the tier 5? Oh, that's the other passive. Excuse me.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So putting them
together. It's a passive combo that builds on another passive. Like, but also too, at that point though, at level 20, you're running out of skill points. You can't. I don't think you could pull off having a level tier 3 and a tier 5 subclass at level 20. I think you don't have the skill points to do that.
Yeah, so that's a good question, right? So a level 20 has how many leftover skill points?
I think it's only like 5 extras.
Yeah, so it's 5 extra. Yeah, because that makes sense because you unlock at level 15, you unlock your 5th.
You
5 extra skill points.
You couldn't ever combo that.
In the current,
right? You have to be level 30 or whenever they bump it up or to 25, maybe. Yeah.
So, but knowing that, so you can do a 3 and a 2.
I'm thinking in the future, like a knight subclass potentially has passives that build on each other. I mean, that's so exciting to me. Like, I mean, knight subclass, for somebody who want to be a little tankier or you're looking for a strength boost. I mean, even an archer, I think, like, I love it.
So here's where it gets a little interesting, right? Because so far it's been, oh, this is great. Everything's great. I could use this here. I could use this there. Going to the priest.
Right. Okay.
To me, having a priest subclass, awful.
Awful?
Well, all right. So
Unless.
Excuse me. On a melee class.
Okay. I see what you mean.
Thank you. Yeah.
Obviously, another spellcaster, the spell boost, or another healer, even like the scholar, this would be great.
On a wizard sub, sure. or on a wizard primary, sure. Plus
Summoner,
5 spell, plus 10 healing potency, plus 20 critical heal chance.
Yeah.
All good. Awesome. You can parlay when you have a caster, you can parlay them with other healing abilities from that subclass, even if the main class doesn't have it. That's going to be harder to do if you have a warrior with very low whiz, very low intelligence.
Right.
But to have, so say you're in a scenario where you're only taking the subclass passive. If you have a warrior, you have no use for any of these.
No.
Zero use. If you have a knight, zero use for any of these. If you have an archer, zero use for any of these. It's very limiting. So
I think
when you're looking at like your best
you're
hero,
see that with a lot of caster and a melee back and forth.
Yeah. Right.
Agreed. I mean, well, this goes back to my thing of when it says like all attacks get critical strike was the archer one. Do spell attacks get that? If this is gain 5% spell, would it convert to 5% basic for a melee main class?
Based on what you were saying, and I did cut you off and tell you that was stupid before, but clearly it's not. Clearly it's relevant. Yes, that would be the way I understood it from what Hubert said.
Yeah. But they talked about how it's going to be different with traits, because traits are kind of always default to the better one, whether it's spell or basic attack. So I'm curious if they'll change some of this, to do that.
Yeah, and
but also, so sorry, go.
Oh, yeah, that's not what I meant to click. My thing just jumped around on me, the chat. You might like having Purify on a tank. Like that, yes, there are other things on this.
So I was going to say is something we talked about many episodes ago, and you made this claim. Is pre-subclass all you need? Like, say you have a team of 3 tanks or 3 melee guys. If you have one hero who has a pre-subclass, you don't pick the passives. Obviously. You pick the actives that are heals.
I got to tell you, I really don't like you using my own words against me. It's kind of fucked up.
That's something you said. You said this is your claim. Is all you'll need.
So let's take the Codex. Let's ignore half of it. And then let's say
right. I think for those for those type but I think that's a great example. If you have like a team of like 3 warriors, warrior, knight, archer, warrior, or archer, warrior, something like that.
Yeah,
one of them has a priest subclass. You pick the actives that heal. Maybe that tier 1, the cheap heal, and then you just roll with it.
No. So the cheap heal is useless, right? Because it procs off of whiz and intelligence. So if that's on a warrior, it's useless, right?
Low.
But what SI is saying, and what I think is a really good point.
Go ahead.
I mean, I guess would it do 100 heal? That seems like it's a waste of a turn. But what SI was saying, what I think is a good point, freedom, purify target. Right. I don't care. It's going to be a shit heal.
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
right. Purify. But that purify, this might make that pre-sub viable.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking mostly in terms of sub.
I don't know. I think we'll see, especially because I'm curious if we're going to see a version of this game where, like, just like we have 6 main classes right now, are we going to have some limited subclasses available?
Well, so I would hope they don't do that. I think subclasses can't come out until they have every
main class. Yeah.
I want to say every class, but like
even
I feel like
higher
basic. Yeah, it creates such a uneven slope there. I want to respond to this just saying, or you just ignore subclass completely. And yes, that's true, but you're already not getting the good stack growth that you want. So now you're not getting the good stack growth and you're not getting anything more to play with. Like at what point is that just not a great hero? Maybe the stack growth is fine, right? Maybe it grows the way it needs to grow, but like it's kind of a disadvantage at a certain point.
Right. I mean, I agree with you, and in general, I think the approach is to maximize. Main class and subclass should be close to the same. But I'm telling you, I bet once this game is live and active, and we got people, theory crafting constantly, we're going to see mismatch classes that work in certain builds, and we're just not seeing them right now. Like there's just so many options right now for what you can build that the mismatch classes, it's going to happen. Like you're gonna see it live. But we need to get a more fleshed out game before we get to that point.
Sure.
But like you're right, as it stands right now, I don't see how a warrior with the priest subclass is going to work. But I'm going to eat those words later because someone's going to do it and be the best. You know.
Well, that's the thing. Like the hero could just be good, and you
right.
could just ignore subclass. But like I'm saying, like when you're going into building a hero and you haven't seen the level ups yet, trying to maximize. Like I'm looking at a caster sub, and like really like like that's gonna play against me because like especially some of these where what was it? Was it Wizard that? Maybe not.
What?
Oh, generating arcane power. Like that's just not helping you. Like you're getting that increased critical strike chance when dealing damage that are inflicted with burn, like that are inflicted with chill. Like, could you make it work? There are going to be some interesting ass combos.
Well, or
builds, interesting builds.
Yeah, Scholar, Wizard, either way are going to have a bunch of wild combinations because they're the only two classes that utilize arcane power. I'm sure Summoner, Sage, maybe even Bard will also have access to arcane power, maybe even Dark Knight. And so I think the combinations there are going to be for those advanced classes. I think it's going to be wild to have a Wizard sub or a Scholar sub. Like I think.
Wowie making a point here. Bloodthirst on a warrior.
Would that count as healing? Does it count as healing?
Yes. Yeah, it would. And SI saying the same. I'd rather have bonus healing potency for a lifesteal.
Same thing. Yeah. Huh.
This is why we talk it out. This is why
I know. Yeah,
that's a great points, boys.
Yeah, that's a good point. But also, it doesn't increase the chances of the of the life. Well, no, isn't lifesteal? It's automatic if it's active, right?
20% crit healing is nothing to scoff
at.
Right,
that's a good point. Yeah,
especially when you're doing it on every hit.
Yeah, so that's the warrior priest build that we're talking about. Yeah. It's a warrior priest build where like it's just the healing is just like absolutely maxed out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun.
One that I'm very excited for, and we don't have to go through all these because I feel like we're tearing this kind of like theory down and like saying like, well, there are combos, but I think it led to a good discussion.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
but Thief, I'm very excited for Thief subs.
Thief is going to be an amazing subclass, no matter what.
At the start of
things, yeah.
And this is for the three options are Dex, Luck, and Strength.
Tier 2, right? So it's not that expensive. Yeah.
Right. At the start of the battle, reduce X plus X times Dex % Dex. So whatever the formula is. At the start of the battle, remove Dex from the enemy with the highest Dex value. Gain effective Dex equal to the value reduced.
You steal their Dex. That's amazing.
Steal their Dex
for an archer
for yourself. Put that on an archer sub.
Yeah. Oh.
Put that on a knight.
Yeah, who doesn't have Dex? Yeah.
Put on fucking anything.
Yeah.
It's great.
But I mean, but even look at the next one. It's the exact same thing, but with luck.
Right.
And for a pirate who already has like jacked up luck, like that's super fun.
Well, that's why an archer thief, like a thing again, in terms of just like Codex heroes.
Yeah, no, archer thief, great. Pirate thief, archer thief, I love it.
With a greater Dex stone and and just
greater
Dex crit.
Berserker too.
Now all of a sudden I go into a battle with like 100 Dex. Things never missing.
Yeah. So I mean, same thing.
But I will say though, sorry to but I will say I think that Dex, we just know Dex, so I like talking Dex. I think the luck one is the one to like getting that critical
the luck one is critical strike, and like think about that for like a ninja or for I mean I was gonna say a thief, but this is thief. But for an archer too. Same thing with an archer, like another for one small stone. I mean,
well, so I was gonna say, Wowie, if you can go in here and just put a little asterisk and call this the skiller killer.
This is the skiller killer, yeah. Because if he shows up as somebody. What's the highest luck in the game right now, Guy? Can you look that up real quick?
Yeah,
I got.
Like what individual hero has the highest luck?
We've done this.
I got a dark summon to that.
I'm gonna beat you.
Well, I have the screen, and you don't have the power to put yours on the screen.
But also, Guy, check this out. Check out what he's doing right now. Do you see this? His screen is dark.
Dark mode.
But you gotta get dark mode on everything.
This is wild.
All right, I'm making a little sacrifice here. I'm not doing it for everything.
What's the number? 86.
John Galt likes luck.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's all the one guy. It's all the same guy.
That's
and
awesome.
all but one are thieves. There's one thief monk. Everything else is a thief.
Right, but let's say you steal what 25% of 80. What's the
guy math?
That? Yeah,
25% of 80. That's a super easy one to do.
Yeah, it's 20.
It's
20.
We didn't ask to be lectured about it. We just asked for the answer.
You steal 20 luck at the start of the battle. That's insane. I mean, great.
That's a 40 luck swing.
That's a 40 luck swing. Exactly. Some might say that. Yeah. But like, I mean, not everyone's gonna have 80 luck, but like even like 50 luck would be wild.
I'm going to just archers. Let's see.
66.
Oh, Tad Facts.
Oh, there's Skiller right now behind him.
And Skiller. Oh,
Dresden you get. Oh,
I see this guy on Twitter sometimes. I don't know who he is.
His name's Luke, right? Luke.
Yeah, Luke something. I think it's a Star Wars.
And then there's John.
John is back.
John Galt's there too.
Loves his luck.
Right, but anyway, the idea, even if this number is probably small, it's probably smaller. It's probably not 25%. It's probably 20 or maybe 15%. But
all right. You said 25%, and I kind of just took that as it's not released yet what it is.
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
We just picked a number.
But stealing any amount there is going to be wild.
We'll double it.
Yeah. And so that is a passive that you can just add to whatever, because if it's a subclass, so yeah, it's Thief sub. And hold on, does Thief have any other subclasses in the top 5 or any passives in the top 5? I don't think they do. No, yeah.
But what's the is it pickpocket that you steal someone's inventory too? Like that'll be fun.
I think that's an active move though. I don't think that's a passive.
I love pockets.
Picking that would be decent, but we're looking at the passive specifically because I think they're just
just because that. Listen, you want to go through subclass in every move. That's a Wowie show stream,
right?
That's not Bogside. You guys could spend 7 hours doing that. That's fine. And honestly, like, can I come? Like that sounds fun, but that's just not the stream.
Yeah, it's a longer stream at that point. But all right, give me some other ones.
Legionnaire.
Legionnaire is a great one. I love some of the Legionnaire ones.
So, WoW in combat game, X% block, X% physical defense, X% HP.
See
Good on everything. Good on everything.
Even if it's a caster cast.
Good on everything.
Yeah.
The ones that don't proc off of stats, good on everything.
Right.
What's this one? Each successful attack by this hero gains Dex % chance to inflict bleed.
Love it.
Bleed builds. Shout out. There was someone. Shoot.
I'm just thinking classes that have multiple hits, But yeah, warrior. There's a warrior track that's all bleed.
It was Malatrue. Shout out Malatrue. I didn't want to say like, someone in guild chat was talking about bleed builds. It was but like, great. Monk.
Monk has a couple, right?
All successful attacks gain strength % chance to push. Dex % chance
really
to reality.
Retaliate. Team that could work against you. The push.
Well, but you wouldn't take it.
All right.
I mean, you're thinking in terms of PvE.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not in PvP. It's not as ever as
you almost always want to mess with your opponent in PvP. There's going to be very few opponents you face where it's like that would only mess them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I multiple times I thought the all Legionnaire team would be fun because Legionnaires have a ton of like reduced damage to the whole group, and if all 3 of them are doing it simultaneously, it's like a shield wall. Like all 3 of them there, like so. Like the all Legionnaire team.
I missed this comment before, by the way. Guys giving me headache bouncing. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
What's Scholar casters? I feel like are just less fun to look at with this.
Yeah.
Every instance an ally falls below X% battle, gain X% chance to automatically spend. Yeah, I don't even want to read all this.
Yeah.
So it's an auto heal.
Yes, Scholar has a lot of heals. That's why I think Scholar Priest combo would be incredible, especially with the heal bonus. Because they both kind of have like heals that happen at different times. But also, but Priest doesn't utilize arcane power at all. So I mean, obviously, Scholar Wizard is incredible because they both generate arcane power, and the only two that do right now. So
now.
Yeah.
That's another reason I'm going to say it's Dark Knight that he teased, because it's void power and not arcane power, and void tends to be evil so far in the lore that we've gotten. The void is corrupting things.
Be evil.
What?
Why can't summoners be evil?
They can. You're right. All right, fine, fair.
Let my heroes be evil is what he's saying.
Shout out
be evil?
Shout out Luke Donovan, longtime listener, first time caller. Shout out.
That, but
that's like the sports radio thing. Long time listener.
I know.
Long time, first time.
God, like, you guys think I don't know that? Come on.
I know sports.
Sports.
And what's up, Pie Face?
Is that Pie Face? That's awesome.
Yeah. We made it. We made it, guys.
Yeah, we made it. No, but I think passive abilities for the subclass is something you should be looking for. You should be looking at every time. I still think Berserker is the best. You want to go back to Berserker? Because I don't even think we covered it really.
Oh, we didn't. I skipped it.
Yeah.
Well, let me do this one on stream because I think some of these are outdated and we have.
Oh, it'd be fun. Yeah, we actually look at them.
Berserkers. Might just need to.
But yeah, Berserker has 3 passives in their like first 5 skills, so that's why I think they're especially good as a subclass.
Well, but all right, but one of them turns them.
One of them is the Berserker one, so maybe you don't.
Let's just assume, for the purposes of this conversation, that we don't want to go Berserk. There are going to be instances where
a lot of the other classes we were just talking about this either only had 1 or at max had 2 in the first 5. So I think Berserker specific, like you've seen it when you play with him. He doesn't have a lot of moves you can do. Like there's just not a lot of the selections are active moves. You know, a lot of his abilities are passive based, which I think makes him especially adept at being a good subclass. You know.
Agreed. This second row here.
Yeah. Incredible.
Can I enlarge this?
Yeah. Control and yeah.
So this. I'll do it.
That's good for everybody.
Oh, too much. 20% physical and magical defense.
Yeah. Yes, that is just good. Yeah.
Yes,
it's just great.
5% evasion. That's so. All right. How about this? Just to put it in context, that's higher than 90% of the pairs of evasion pants out there. They're all between like 2 and 4%.
That's better than pants.
So now,
I don't know if we should say that. I don't know if we should say that, but
what? I'm actually trying to sell 2 pairs of evasion pants.
We are a pro pants podcast.
I know. Yeah, I'm saying like that's better than pants. Like I mean, it is, but
I've never stood up on this stream. I've never stood up on this stream, and there's a reason for it.
Because you don't wear pants. Oh, I get it.
Yeah. 10% attack. You can use it.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Then I think it's down here. Doesn't it have a third? Yeah, these are passives.
Yeah.
So this is Berserk though. For each living ally.
Go back to it, though.
These all give you Berserk though. These all
no, it doesn't. Go back to the first one.
This doesn't give you Berserk. It makes Berserk better.
Yes, but look at the first thing. It's gain 10% attack, and that does not matter if you have Berserk or not.
Okay.
Yes, ideally this is a move for when you're going Berserk. There's a lot more bonuses there. However, it's just another extra 10% attack. And on a warrior who already has moves that are bonuses to their basic attack, I mean, like the warrior Berserker together, in my opinion, is one of the best main class subclass combos, because they both have moves designed to increase the basic attack. Basically, you just become this basic attack hero where that's all he does, but he does it so well that like he just tears through the opponents. And like there's nothing they can like do stuff, silence or any of those things that like stop abilities. It doesn't matter because you don't care, you just swing your axe.
Yeah. Also, Wowie's saying half a whole whole foresight. That's pre-nerf. Half a whole pre-nerf foresight.
8% now, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Be clear there.
Yeah, they moved
it to 8%. It's gonna be, And then Ren Pen throwing shots at Dragon's Crossing.
Right.
Ren
Pen is fire with the sarcasm, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, but also two other ones. The team one is great. The 10% per ally, right? Is that the middle one? You go to the middle one. Yeah.
But this has a chance.
So this one does give that chance, which.
But also,
yeah,
it's 40 ticks. That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you don't pick that one if you're a warrior main class.
And
but
this one, I believe.
Yeah, no, this one is just a passive. Doesn't have any berserker added, so
okay. This I could see being good,
especially so warrior berserker with toxic and this and cleave, so they're hitting just more times, and then that one is an added chance you're going to hit even more. I think that is one of the best here. That's something I'm going to be seeking out, and I don't even know why I brought it up right now because now my spot is blown up, and all you guys are going to go buy them up ahead of me. God damn it. But something like that where it's like the more hits you get, more toxic chances. This builds on top of a warrior who already has a multiple hit move with the rapid onslaught. Like the subclass options, the passive subclass options are just I love it. What? Come on, don't give me that. You know that goes right to my head. You know that goes straight to my head, and I already am so full of myself.
Doesn't need any more compliments over there.
I'm drinking a nice Modelo. Started out with a sip of sunshine, but switched over.
Oh, yeah.
I have so we're getting right up against it for Sir Worm's pod.
Right.
I have to do 2 summons because it has a summon left.
All right, let's do it.
All right, cool.
As we've learned in the past, you don't have to do the other summon.
Honestly, I
do.
I missed when you guys were messing around last week, and I cannot believe you killed a 9 of 10 in a dark summon guy.
It wasn't a 10 of 10.
I guess.
I'm not happy about
believe it,
Maddie. You know that.
All right, so
but I did it for the pod.
For the pod, it took a lot of convincing.
Content. That's why we're here.
So, yeah. So what I'm gonna be burning, we got a Dread Knight sub.
Oh, okay.
We're going common and a mythic. So shout out, buy a shady. Sold this to me.
Oh, okay.
So it's 1 of 1 and 10 of 10. So I'm gonna use the 1 summon.
Holy shit! You're burning
and
a
then
10. You're burning a 10 of 10 mythic.
And but I can increase rarity.
Oh, okay. I'm still upset. I'm still pretty upset right now. I don't think you should do this. Do not do this.
Why not?
Oh, damn.
And they're all basic. So their basics go into advanced.
I'm using
what it really is.
I'm using Vit
potential.
Greater or regular?
Perfect guy. I'm using Vit crystals, and it's aiming me to do that on a possible archer. Because to be clear, I want an archer here.
Yeah,
and it's almost 50%. Never mind. I'm using Dex crystals or Dex stones.
Dex, because even as a paladin, Dex would be fine.
So green Dex, yeah. Essentially, let's just.
I still don't like this. I still think there's more value in.
I'll get over it.
Summoning it to like 5 of 10. And then doing
it's already dead, Matty. It's already dead.
The game is so dead. The game is so dead.
All right, that's not what I was saying. But,
I feel like I'm gonna use that joke forever, and it's bad. But all right, sorry. Let's be serious. Why are you okay killing this 10 of 10 mythic?
Because it's for the potential. It's a Dread Knight sub. The common Dread Knight sub was more expensive than the 10 of 10 mythic.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's
Dread Knight summon with 1 summon on it. Did I overpay? Maybe I did. I don't know.
So you're gonna do it. You're gonna do one regular summon and hope that Dread stays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I saw is Beeve still in the chat because this is a dark summon he would be appreciative. I know he was there earlier.
I don't know if anyone noticed, I'm really just on this pod vying for Beeve's approval. So
yeah.
I hope he's watching. He's on a quest. That's going to be a pain in the ass when I have
Who's Mike?
What? Probably
Are you guys getting static or is it just me?
Yes, I am getting static. I just muted. Franz, you got to mute real quick.
God damn it.
Okay, it's definitely fucking him. It's always him.
It's the guy with the best setup.
I spent some money on this. Unmute. See what's going on. Yeah, you got insane noise right now.
Go back to quarantine. Go sit in your corner. Think about it.
I don't know what's going on. You have insane noise happening, and I apologize to everyone in the crowd.
Pies,
yeah. Or shit. Fuck. I hit the wrong one. Yeah. You literally, it's like,
Pies,
yeah, it was like that. Yeah.
It's not. I got a professional when I say a professional, a buddy that knows about this stuff to like work on this with me, and he's like, "Yeah, it looks fine. I think you should be fine." I don't know why.
Sounds like you need a new buddy.
Damn it.
All right, so ideally, yeah, you like that, Sarge? Ideally, we're getting a rare or better archer with a Dread Knight sub.
Yeah,
you want regular decks or greater decks?
Regular decks on this one because it's probably going to be a common.
Can you just like reset your mic real quick?
What do you mean reset it?
I don't know. Unplug it and plug it back in.
Bang it against the window.
Did you just break?
See if that does anything.
Did you just break it?
How's that?
No, good.
Oh, perfect. Great.
Cool. I got a Paladin Pirate with 0 advanced and.
Oh, that was the regular.
Everything got lost,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
But that's why we only really care about the dark summons.
So that one's good. I think the other one was questing. And then I am going to do 3 giveaways. You guys don't know how to set that up. I had to set that up. We're going to break into Worms Pod very little.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get a wheel going? Are you good?
No, we don't do the wheel anymore. We got the StreamYard thing.
No, well, I can't do
it. It does it automatically. Right? We just have to give everybody a hashtag, right?
Think of a good hashtag. I wonder if there's anything topical we could use.
It'd be something like
hashtag
Longzai was right.
Oh no, do not do that.
Why? He was.
I was gonna say something like
after all we said tonight, that's over the line.
No, I was gonna say like something like
what are we talking about here?
Hashtag it's alive. You know, I think that's more fun.
Can we do hashtag Luke Donovan?
What? Do we know who this person is? I don't know who that was.
He's been saying
Long
in comments that he's been listening for 2 years.
I love that.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's super cool.
Hashtag Luke Donovan. Wait, don't do it yet though, because I have to actually like set it up.
Yeah. Well, that'll be it in like a minute.
Well, no, I could do it. I'm doing it on my other screen. I'll tell you guys.
Luke, I meant no offense. I just thought that would, whatever. Oh, right, so no. Kupo, get
hashtag out. Luke Donovan, the way he...
Dude, I don't know what to tell you. We got crazy feedback coming from you.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
I know. I don't...
Not pretty, I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on. I feel bad. This is what's happening. We're going to be wrapping up soon, though. We're going to do a couple giveaways right now. Franz is going to be setting up the thing.
All right, it's live. Hashtag Luke Donovan, the way he spells it, one word.
So do a hashtag Luke Donovan right now, and you'll be eligible for a giveaway. I'm also going to be doing it, and Franz will not count me, which is just some bullshit.
No space or space?
No space, right? Right, because we can't.
You're going to be voided from your own. Your own raffle.
So throw that in, and what are they getting for the giveaway?
So I'm gonna do 3 different ones. I'm gonna open Gen 0 crystals.
Right. So these are 10 of 10s.
Also, I saw Just was saying I should have been doing this with something that had an elite skill. There were no mythics that were in my price range that had better skills. Ideally, that would be. Is my mic still fucked up? Should I just mute?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine right now.
All right.
It's back.
Ideally, that's what I would do, but it was just price range. I'm going for the rarity more than that. But
I support Code Green.
I should give away my fucking mic. I was fine when I was using the headset I used to play Halo or play Fortnite. That was fine. All of a sudden, I upgrade because I wanted to be like a real big streamer, like my idol Kit. Never mind.
Wow. Wow. All right. So yeah, it'll be 10 of 10s. And I'm sure friends will not let me win, which is just bullshit.
Nope. No chance.
But
if I get I'm doing. Oh, I don't have it up on the screen.
Yeah. So we are doing this right now too. Okay.
Yeah.
So this one is for friends, and for the people, there'll be
Depends
some
what pops out. Who knows?
Yeah. So this you want to see a rare archer with a dread sub. I don't think there were any abilities, right? Were there? There were three chances at
three chances.
Advanced abilities. Okay. Yeah.
You really want that Archer Dread, though. That's what we care about.
Archer Dread. I mean, worst case, it's Paladin Dread, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I could think of some worst cases, but yeah.
Right.
Worst good case.
But yeah. Rare is the floor. We have a chance at legendary, chance at mythic. What was it like? Probably like 3%, right? Probably pretty decent.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little drunk at this point.
Archer. The dread sub. Let's see the dread sub.
Ninja.
Is that a ninja sub?
Is that better?
No.
Where did that come from?
Certainly not better.
Not better. Yeah.
Green
Where did the ninja sub come
luck.
from? No, yeah.
Whatever.
Wait, did they lose the dread? Did it lose the dread in the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. That is
Pie
bizarre.
Pie, can you get Hubert or Frisky Fox on the phone? I want to lodge
Get them on the
formal
phone.
complaint.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Where did ninja come from?
Summoning's not randomized, right?
Let's see.
Oh, we didn't talk about that actually. I didn't even want to address it because it was so stupid.
0.85%.
What?
Oh, that's wild.
That is insane. 0.8?
Yeah.
You hit on a 0.8? I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
And here's
all right,
Kupo,
we have
17 years in the future, already looking at your crafting for you.
Oh, I forgot to tell my Kupo joke. There was
Well done, Kupo.
What?
I said in Discord, but it was very funny to me that if you look at KP's streams, it goes from crafting with Kupo to DFK is dead. Kupo's crafting takes radicalized him so much that he's just like, it's fucking over.
Wow, Kupo. Wow. Oh man.
Yeah.
That is
right,
insane, dude. What a hit.
All right, so first drawing. Everybody's in.
Building?
All right. Sorry. Last call. Hashtag Luke Donovan. Last call for everyone. Throw that in there if you haven't. Let's do it. And these are for 10 of 10. We're doing 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
These are 3 random 10 of 10s that we're gonna open them live, right?
Yeah. Hold on. This is for one of them, and we're gonna do it 3 times.
Are we doing a different hashtag, or are you gonna use the same hashtag?
No. I'm just gonna keep trying it.
Yeah, just gonna roll it.
What did I say that was wrong?
You guys said the same thing. I don't
understand. Yeah.
Moving on. We're already cutting into worm stream.
And here we go.
I don't know why I put my name in.
Because you should win it. We deserve to win it.
If I win, Luke gets it. Zion.
Oh, dude, is that the cartoon? That's the cartoon that Duncan Trussell did, right? Zion. I love that show. I watched like a couple episodes of that. It's very cool. Duncan Trussell's cool. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, next. Oh, we're gonna open it first.
Yeah, that was me showing.
Random one. That was you randomizing right there.
Yeah. Yeah. This has been building for months now. I need to count them one day.
Why have you not opened these? Just open them.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm waiting until GE comes out and heroes become very scarce. And
I mean,
John, wouldn't you rather have level 10 out of 10 than level 1 10 out of 10?
Exactly. That's what I'm doing with mine.
Then I have to add into the bot and everything.
No,
listen, you guys might be here for a game. I'm here to make a profit. Night Warrior. All right,
nice.
Good class.
I like the combo.
Foraging.
Leadership. Oh, and clutch. That's fun.
It's a good hero.
All right,
good hero, Zion.
Zion, message me on Discord. You can find me in the DFK Discord.
All right, Bolon's here. Time to go.
Bolon joining. We need to sign off soon.
Yeah, here we go. Unbelievable.
No, Bolon, because we're literally signing off very soon. But also, we've mentioned you several times in this, so you should probably watch it. Anyways,
oh, I'm not on the tab.
Congrats, Zion. We'll get that to you. / Franz will do that.
Chris
Smith.
Smith.
Oh, Guy was literally the second to last name there. That was amazing.
Another long time listener.
Yeah, no, Chris has been, love it. So we're gonna open his now.
Yep.
Oh, no, we're not.
I'm not on the tab.
We'll just find out later. We'll pick a random hero. And
No, I want to see it. Come on.
No, he's kidding.
Kidding.
No. What?
No, never.
I feel bad. We went 10 minutes over.
Yeah, sorry.
If you go back and listen to this, I'm sorry.
So is it gonna be another 10 of 10, or potentially, right? Monty's all matches. Like,
could be a shapeshifter.
I was gonna say it could be a 5 of 5, right? Oh,
I'm terrified that a mythic pops out of one of these.
Oh, blue Vit too.
Double foresight.
Oh, this is a good hero. That's going to Chris Smith. That is excellent.
Love it. Copying
that. Find more.
Can I just say,
why
are you still going for mutations on Gen 1s?
That's a whole nother pod.
Not the time.
That's a whole nother podcast. That was an excellent one.
Did I just see Bolon's name in the giveaway?
I think he did. Oh, SI gets it. Love it.
Here comes the
I think he's still in chat. I hope we give him. Yeah, I hope we give him a advance.
Wow, he likes it.
That was a good hero.
Here comes the mythic, and I'm gonna watch it beat me in PvP for
if it's mythic and you have to give it to SI. That is hilarious. I will love that forever. I love
or I just quit DFK. I mean,
I love that we give a giveaway. It goes to Mythic Squad, and then they use it against us. That's what I want to see. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's a 5 of 5. I hope it's like an advanced class.
Scholar.
Ooh,
rare. Priest.
I said that combo was excellent. Leadership. That's a good hero too.
And
what was it? What was the secondary, like the recessive? Archer. Yeah. All right, but still, that's a good hero.
Luke Donovan, shout out for making us smile by saying you've been listening for a while. You messaged me too. We'll do one for you right now.
Oh yeah. One to Luke Donovan. Yeah.
This one's to Luke.
For Luke,
because he was.
That made me smile when he was like, "I've been listening to you for a while. I just don't say anything." It's good to. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Maybe it's because I'm a little drunk.
Yeah. You got it.
And then everyone, there are 42 people here. It's the most we've ever had. Thank you guys for coming.
That is pretty high.
Sir Worm and Emerson are streaming right now. Even if you can't stay up late, pop in for a little bit and show them some love. Scholar.
Ooh.
Common.
Right. Thief.
Days is cool. Drunk on what, Franz?
Go work towards that resurrection.
I already told you, Pi. We got. All right, I'm going to show the cans. They're not sponsors of the pod, so I can't really. This is free advertising now.
Yeah, Modelo. Oh yeah, you had the sip of sunshine.
Sunshine.
I'm hydrating.
Cool. All right, Maddie, you want to?
Yeah. We talked a lot about stuff tonight that we're probably never going to talk about ever again. I'm very happy we did, but I'm also very excited about this game and what's being built. And like I said in the beginning, in my little heartwarming speech, I'm having fun. I love having fun with you guys, you two specifically, Franz and Guy. I'm so glad we get to do this and talk shit and fucking play a video game. And I'm so glad for all you guys in the chat. I love it. I love this community and I love having fun. And I just want to spread positivity. So that's what I want to end on this note with. Final thoughts from you, Franz, and final thoughts from you, Guy, for tonight's vid.
No, that was very heartwarming.
Yeah.
I also love the community. Love you guys. This is great. Let's keep fucking doing it. Guy.
Let's go game.
Yeah.
Wow.
This has been an episode of Bogside Chats. My name is Matty Pesk. For Franz and for Guy Kid, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll catch you next week.
Love you guys.